Well, howdy, 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 Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this. It's Bobo Jr., Bobo Jr., Bobo Jr., moving from side to side in the webcam frame. Anyway, though, bad song, but this is Bobo Jr., and I am so glad. I'm not bringing him back into permanent circulation. He's going to go back out and just... He still has time where I take him out of his cage, but not as often because I think it was stress. But look at him now. He's gone from being just all naked, all of his fur gone, to he is just an utter dust mop again. He is a really sweet little guy. He's all furry again, and he's just an absolute sweetheart. So I'm going to put him back in his cage so that he can not freak out. Hopefully. I don't want stress to have all of his fur come off again. Hamsters are such high stress animals, and I'm always looking off to the side like that. When I look off to the side, I'm checking my webcam stuff to make sure I'm centered, or I'm not like gesturing like this and then not knowing that my hand's off. So I look over and go, oh, and then pull my stuff back in to make sure I'm all in frame. That's the only thing I'm doing when I look off to the side. I want to make sure I'm centered. I'm neurotic. All my hamsters are happy and friendly and soft and fluffy. I've momentarily moved, I think it's Bad Ears McGee, off to the side so that these little guys could be here, and then I'd have a stack of 2 here. Because I've got 5 little hammies now that my little ovarian cyst hamster died. And that was a couple days ago. I talked about that. I cried like a baby. She's in much better shape being not alive than she was being alive, because I'm sure she was hurting and badly. And I felt horrible about that, but I just couldn't take care of the issue myself. I couldn't kill her to put her out of her misery. And I know it was misery. I'm a horrible human being, and I'm not a horrible human being. I just feel like one during times like that. I just feel like a horrible person, the worst. So I know I'm not, it's just that's the way I feel. One of the things that I didn't want to do, I'm gonna move this because actually my pop shield is too close to my shock thing, is I'm going to show my thing here. When I talk, this is my boom mic, and it drives me crazy when I watch people like Jacksepticeye with his boom, because you see that's the shock thing, and I'll talk about that here. It's a shock absorber type thing where it keeps the microphone assembly itself suspended by these wires. So even if things get banged and thumped around, it's not banging and thumping, it just wiggles a bit in its little wire, it's not wire, it's cord, inside of its cord frame. But I always see like Jacksepticeye, his mic, it just hangs downward instead of like the way I've got mine, which that's kind of sloppy, and that bugs the anal retentive part of me, and the anal retentive part of me is already pissed that I said I say like 3 times during a 20-minute video, whereas somebody like James Rolfe, the angry video game nerd, says or every 10 or 15 seconds while he's just extemporaneously speaking. When he does a script, he's fine. When he's extemporaneous, which is just you talk off the top of your head, he just talks like, well, you know, and then when you're going down on these stairs, you've got to make sure that you and oh, that drives me nuts. I hate that. That's why I pause and slow down and try to never or You should try it. If you have a problem with or you actually sound 1000% smarter if you just pause, don't say a thing, and then continue. Don't go don't go People don't consciously notice it, but they just go, wow, this guy's a good speaker. So just something to work on, which is why it irritates me so much when I do it. Now I gotta try and remember. Oh yeah, and then when he's got his mic dangling like that, the inside framework that's supposed to hold it suspended is resting against the metal frame of the outer edge. You've got an outer metal frame, cord, the inner metal frame that holds the mic. His cords have it so that the thing just goes bonk, and it's resting against the outer frame. And yeah, the anal retentive part of me goes absolutely crazy. And on, I think it's either Family Guy or American Dad, they made a good joke about anal retentive bank robbers, because these anal retentive bank robbers came in and said, all right, everybody put your hands up at a perfect parallel to each other above your heads and keep those fingers straight. And you, talking to the tellers behind the countertop, you get all of your money in order, and you take those notes there and you tamp them together on the edge. And everybody, we're calling off the bank robbery. Everyone just grab a broom. We're cleaning this place up. So I was like, that's pretty good. That's a good representation. It's like my joke of when I say, well, actually, I think this is a Woody Allen joke. It's not a my joke, but I like to repeat it. Where he said, you know, I used to go to alcoholics, to Anal Retentive Anonymous, but we spent so much time cleaning up after the last groups, we never got anything done. That's the essence of anal retentive right there, too. It's a horrible term for it. It's a Freudian term. And for a lot of what Freud talked about, while it's set in the basis for modern psychotherapy, is just not real and useful information. So you can just discard a whole bunch of stuff. But the concept of what anal retentive is as how you act is good. Just the name sucks. So thumbs up for that. Yesterday I went to bed at about 10:30. No! That was the night before. I hate not being able to speak proper English. It was 1:30 when I went to bed last night. It was very, very late. I have no idea as how or why I was able to stay awake so long, considering I got so little sleep the night before, but I did. And then when I went to bed, I fell asleep pretty quickly. And it was about 4:30 when I finally had to get out of bed because it hurt so much. So, thumbs up. I have absolutely no ideas what I was doing between the time when I got up and when I started recording. The combination of waking up and fibromyalgia fog just eliminates everything that I was ever thinking about. So thumbs up for that. I enter each day like a newborn babe with a mind wiped clean of intelligence or thoughts. It's wonderful. I've watched a couple videos. In fact, the latest one was Boogie and talking about good fans versus bad fans, and how it's with the Rick and Morty fans, and how the current popular topic is how bad fans, you know, there's the bad Rick and Morty fans, and how they give Rick and Morty a bad name because of the bad fans. And Boogie's view on it is there are no such things as bad fans. Sometimes people act like assholes. Please don't. But there's no such thing as a bad fan, even though he says a large number of the people that come in and leave comments on his channel are people that seriously, honestly, are showing up on a daily basis to see, hey, did this guy die yet? Oh, he didn't. He's still alive. Hey, did this guy get separated from his wife? Oh, they're still married. Damn it. And they're bitterly disappointed that he hasn't died of a heart attack. They're bitterly disappointed that he's still happily married. They are bitterly, bitterly pissed off that his channel hasn't been deleted. And yet he says those are some of his best fans, and he loves them. I don't know if I'd say that I loved a fan group like that. I don't really like people that, you know, don't like me. It's not really so much a, oh, you don't like me, so nah, 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 but more of a, oh, you don't like me? It's not going to do me any favors to hang around you then, is it? Nor will it do you any favors to hang around me. So you go have your life. I'll have my life with people that don't dislike me. Because really, it doesn't do you any favors to hang around like that, people that don't like you, because why? You're just going to have perpetual friction, and you're going to piss them off, and they're going to piss you off, and what is the point? Sure, if you need to have like a job situation or politics, where politics used to be until the Republicans turned into lockstep drones back in the 1980s, and now we're in the mess we're in now, because it doesn't matter, party over all. And thou don't say I'm nuts for saying that. That's what they say too. They've admitted it and said it, so life is life. Now, oh yes, there are bad fans. Just as there are bad anybody. 10% of any group are absolute monsters that should not be allowed to mix with normal, decent human beings. 10% of any group is filled with monsters. It doesn't matter if it's Rick and Morty fans. It doesn't matter if it's your local church. It doesn't matter what. 10% of any group is monsters, and they are bad people and really should not be mixing around with other people. But life is life. You can't just sequester people, so you got to try and live as best you can. 10% of any group are absolute saints. I mean, they are literal saints. And of course, the remaining 80% of us, we just tend to flow toward whichever side is dominant in whichever group we're a part of. If in, say, politics, you've got the 10% in charge, then the 80% are going to largely follow that just because of momentum. That's why in the police forces, when you've got one of the saints in charge, 80% of the cops act like saints. When you've got a monster in charge of the police force, it just naturally flows. 80% of the rest of them are going to act like monsters because they follow the dominant flow. That's human. Unfortunately, we give all these people guns and give them the right to just shoot us and kill us for skin color. And that doesn't mix well. So thumbs up. And I have no ideas what's going on with the monetization. I did it again. It's another monetization, demonetization of channels. Aside from, I was talking to, was it Silver Reploid CLE on Twitter today, and I was talking about how I'd seen a video where this one person was saying what has to be happening with it. It's not, the algorithm, the bot is not to go and verify and make sure we're following rules. That is not the point. The point of the algorithm is to hit us randomly, to show us where we are and what they think of us, to remind us we're down here, keep your nose clean. It could be a lot worse, and it will be if you don't knock it off. Now, they leave knock it off so vague that it's anything they happen to decide at that moment. Check their terms of service and their FAQ, the FAQ, on what's controversial and non-ad friendly, and it's so vague, it's anything. The algorithm is just to hit us, to remind us we're the underdogs, and we're going to stay the underdogs. Because the corporate groups and people that produce videos, they'll come out with stuff that has ad after ad after ad. And if you show a part of that ad, well, it gets ad demonetized. It's advertiser unfriendly. But you're just showing what corporate had. They don't get hit. You get hit. Corporate doesn't get in trouble. We get in trouble. We get hit with the bot to just remind us that we're on the bottom. We're going to stay on the bottom. keep our noses clean or we're gone. And just to prove it, take that demonetization, take that demonetization, take that demonetization, and shut up and sit down. That is the point of the bot. I pretty much agree with that, since it makes no sense. I had a video where I was saying that if you work for YouTube, it is better to say that you've been injecting Down syndrome children with herpes than admit that you worked on the algorithm. That video is fine. It's been monetized. Another video where I said this group is wonderful. It is absolutely beautiful. They play their instruments wonderfully. You should listen to them because they're great. It didn't even have the music video in it. It's still demonetized. What was controversial about that? I said these people played their instruments wonderfully, and you should listen to them because they're good. And that is add-on friendly. But where I say that YouTube injects children, Down syndrome children with herpes, yeah, that's fine. That's ad friendly. Go for it. It doesn't make sense because it's not to make sure we're following any of those rules. It's just to remind us that we're on the bottom. But now I've used up so much time, I've got to hurry. I've got a couple people that asked for shout outs, like Michael S. asked for a shout out. Ebsos asked for a shout out. Son of a gun, you both have yours, and more than that, is I want to make sure I get his name right because I can't. Anthony Ornelas, thank you so very, very much. And it's his birthday tomorrow, so son of a gun. Now these are 3 comments from people, and I'm opening up 24 hours worth of comments here so that I can talk, so I can thank 20 to 25 people, of which I've already thanked 3, but I'm opening up 24 hours worth already here. And Chrome is being fun. I enjoy Chrome as a browser. I am lying. I do not enjoy Chrome in the slightest. Sad Music Enthusiast, thank you very, very much. And Hated Rebel Plague, thank you. Crypto Killers, thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Miguel Gordillo, ah yes. It doesn't matter the content of the comment, whether it's a good comment, bad comment, or a different comment. I don't care right now. Thank you very, very much. And oh, I forgot what direction I'm going. Run the Meows, thank you very, very much. Mateus Bulcher, greatly appreciated. Chance Hogg, thank you very, very much. Sretton Rozic, thank you. Caleb Schreier, thank you very, very much. Detroit Basher RC, thank you. Ethan Arredondo, howdy, howdy, howdy. Striped Artist, thank you very, very much. Dinda, thank you. Nivern John, thank you very much. And Goat MF, thank you, greatly appreciated. Valen XD, thank you very, very much. Luca Thiessen, thank you, greatly appreciated. And Gurun Logan, thank you. Jason Richardson, greatly appreciated. Taco Bell Gaming, son of a gun, thank you very much. Sam, period, thank you very, very much. And last but not least, Spooky Mafia, thank you all very much. You get me out of my head, into the world, dealing with real people, and that's a good thing. Thank you very, very much. If you could check my links down below, that would be awesome. I've got like Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com, Google+, my blog, of which I haven't done anything on lately. My apologies. But if you could check those out, that would be awesome. If you could check out and donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron, my thanks to every single one of my Patreon.com patrons. You're beautiful, awesome people. It is because of you I'm still living in a home. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Now, if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you. If you could toss me a like, that would be awesome. I do appreciate all the positive validation I get for my existence. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be cool. But my personality has rubbed people wrong my entire life. I've gone from saying hi and gotten in response, no, to hell with you, about 10% of the time. So thumbs up. If you don't like the channel, I understand. If you don't want to subscribe, I understand. But if you are down with it, I'll do my best to keep you entertained from now until the literal end of, well, my time anyway. And I'm turning 55. Average lifespan of an American man is 74 years. Got 19 summers left. Well, I got a reaction video coming up. I got a game video coming up. Hopefully I'm going to have a game video for my game channel. Links down below. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friends. So keep smiling and Have a great day.